Ace Country.
Rise and shine. Tune in Sunday mornings at 8 for the Classic Country Breakfast with me, Mikey. I'll be playing a whole hour of all the classics. From Willie.
On the road again.
To Johnny.
I fell into a burning ring of fire.
To Patsy.
Crazy.
To Dolly.
Jolene, Jolene.
All the classic country music to start your Sunday morning. You bring the hash browns, and I'll bring the Hank.
Hi, I'm attorney Jonathan Nelson of J.K. Nelson Law. We've been honored to be recognized by Best of Las Vegas and receive the Best Attorney in Pahrump for the past 4 years running. Awards are great, but helping clients get the money they deserve is why we're in business. After you've been injured in an auto accident, it's important not to listen to the insurance companies. Give us a call today, 775-727-9900. With offices in Pahrump, Southwest Vegas, and Summerlin, our team is here ready to fight for you.
You're watching News 25. Local coverage you can count on. News 25 is brought to you by J.K. Nelson Law, voted Best of Pahrump for 4 years. Give them a call, 775-727-9900. News 25 is also brought to you by Gunny's Air Conditioning and Heating. New, service, and repair. Call Gunny's, 775-727-6800.
Hello and welcome to this edition of News 25. I'm Unette Gentry. Thanks for joining us on Ace Country Radio, and we're also streaming at KPVM.TV. We're also on your Roku devices. It is Thursday, October 3rd. In our top story, breaking news here in Pahrump, a Las Vegas jury convicts Pahrump Justice of the Peace Michelle Fiore. Fiore was found guilty on all counts of federal wire fraud today. Fiore is set to be sentenced on January 6th, 2025. Fiore faced 6 charges of wire fraud and 1 count of conspiracy to commit wire fraud. Each count carries a potential penalty of up to 20 years in prison. Fiore remains out of custody as prosecutors chose not to request her to be detained after today's verdict. Instead, Fiore is going to be monitored electronically. And Fiore's attorney reportedly says he plans to file an appeal. News 25 will have more on this developing story on tomorrow's newscast. In more local news, a structure fire today on the west side of town makes news.
Today, Thursday, October 3rd, just before 10 a.m., dispatch received a call of a structure fire located on Silver Peak Avenue. Upon arrival, firefighters discovered a detached 2-story structure emitting flames and smoke from it. The team from Pahrump Valley Fire and Rescue quickly took action after hearing there was a possibility of propane and or fuel stored inside. Luckily, by 10:37, the fire was determined to be under control, but the cause of the fire is still under investigation.
And we have another fire to tell you about today. This one, a vehicle fire on Highway 160. Rory Rossell has more.
Just before 12 p.m. today, Thursday, October 3rd, Pahrump Valley Fire and Rescue Dispatch received a call of a vehicle fire at the intersection of Highway 160 and Larkspur Avenue, near Home Depot. Upon arrival, Pahrump Valley Fire and Rescue discovered a gray pickup truck fully engulfed in flames. Pahrump Valley Fire and Rescue brought the fire under control, containing it within the cab and the engine compartment, preventing any exposure to the gas tank. Fortunately, there were no reported injuries. The second northbound lane of Highway 160 was closed, and the Nye County Sheriff's Office directed traffic through the first lane. The cause of fire is still currently under investigation.
Turning now to international news, Iran takes full responsibility for Tuesday's missile attack on Israel, and Iran reports that they were acting in defense.
Following our world news coverage of the missile attacks, Iran has claimed that nearly 200 missiles that were launched against Israel were a defense, also saying that most of the missiles successfully hit their intended targets. The Israeli Defense Forces posted on X, formerly known as Twitter, giving an estimated death count at around 1:30 p.m. today, October 3rd. The Israeli civilian death count is at 54, and there is currently reported 84 civilians injured. There is also reported 17 soldiers that have passed away as well. Iran's Supreme Leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei has condemned the presence of American and European nations in the Middle East. His remarks made on Wednesday, October 2nd, were his first public comments following the missile strikes on Israel the previous night, although he did not reference the attack directly. United States President Joe Biden stated earlier today, October 3rd, that he does not anticipate any immediate Israeli retaliation against Iran following the recent missile barrage. The Iranian attack was characterized as a response to Israel's recent assassination of one of the leaders associated with Hezbollah and Hamas. This escalation has heightened concerns regarding ongoing conflicts in the Middle East and the United States' role supporting Israel. On October 2nd, the Israeli defense reportedly warned 24 different Lebanese villages to evacuate, and today, October 3rd, it has been reported that 1.2 million people have fled their homes in Lebanon. On September 23, 2024, Israel began a series of airstrikes in Lebanon as a part of an ongoing Israel and Hezbollah conflict with an operation codenamed Northern Arrows, and the Israeli military said they are going to continue to strike Hezbollah targets in Beirut. According to Lebanon's health minister, since October 8, 2023, the death toll after almost a year of Israeli strikes has reached 1,974, and almost 9,000 people have been injured as well.
And congratulations to Caitlin Clark for being named WNBA Rookie of the Year. Here's Mikey Ruhan with more in sports.
Time now for your News 25 look at sports and streaming at KPVM.TV and now on Roku devices. The Las Vegas Aces are trying to save their season. They're in action this Friday in Game 3 of the semifinals against the New York Liberty. The Golden Knights have launched their own official team app. The Golden Knights announced Tuesday that the app is now available in the iOS App Store. A Google Play version will be coming soon. Team officials describe the app as a one-stop destination for tickets, team news, arena information, and more. Las Vegas will host a women's college basketball regional in 2027, the NCAA announced Wednesday. UNLV and the Las Vegas Convention and Visitors Authority will partner as hosts, and T-Mobile Arena will serve as the venue for the D1 regional semifinals and finals from March 26th through the 29th, 2027. Pahrump Valley High School has taken on Democracy Prep this Saturday for homecoming, and the Raiders play the Broncos in Denver this Sunday. And that's your look at sports on News 25.
Thanks, Mikey. And don't grab that remote. We have the latest from the presidential campaign trail when News 25 returns.
I was in a wreck. I need a check. Get Lerner and Rowe.
Get your check. Get Lerner and Rowe.
I was in a wreck. I need a check.
Get Lerner and Rowe.
Get smart. Get Lerner and Rowe.
Lerner and Rowe is the way to go. Call 877-1500.
I hate car shopping. I don't like dealing with all the rude salespeople.
We get it. Greg here with the Pahrump Valley Auto Plaza. Have you noticed that prices have skyrocketed and the level of service has tanked? Whatever it is we're shopping for, so have we. If you're shopping for your next vehicle, try the Pahrump Valley Auto Plaza. Visit us on PahrumpCars.com to shop from a great selection of new Chevrolet and GMCs, plus hundreds of quality pre-owned vehicles.
Wow, the Auto Plaza makes it easy.
Ace Country.
Rise and shine. Tune in Sunday mornings at 8 for the Classic Country Breakfast with me, Mikey. I'll be playing a whole hour of all the classics, from Willie
On the road again
to Johnny.
I fell into a burning ring of fire.
To Patsy.
Crazy.
To Dolly.
Jolene, Jolene.
All the classic country music to start your Sunday morning. You bring the hash browns, and I'll bring the Hank.
Yo, camping buddy. Okay, you guys ready?
Dude, I thought you were driving.
I thought you were driving.
Oh, I never said I was driving. I definitely can't drive.
Okay.
If you're high, just don't drive. It's illegal everywhere. If you feel different, you drive different.
Wounded Warrior Project empowers post-9/11 veterans and their families with life-changing programs and services.
They came to see me in the hospital, and they've been a constant in my life ever since.
We help warriors get the expert care to adjust back to civilian life.
I got the mental health support I needed to face my PTSD, and now I'm a much better husband and father because of it.
Together with a community of supporters, we make sure no warrior has to face their challenges alone.
I found adaptive sports and made connections. Now I know I can do anything I put my mind to.
Our hands-on programs, community support, and ongoing advocacy help veterans realize what's possible.
I realized it shows strength to ask for help.
I realized new therapies could work for me.
I realized a new purpose, helping other warriors.
And now I know anything is possible.
Learn more at woundedwarriorproject.org/together.
Imagine a disease that affects more than 10 million Americans, yet few know its name. I'm talking about lymphedema, LE. Many people, like my mom, get it as a result of cancer treatment and afterwards face a lifetime of swelling and pain. The cruel irony is many times its severity can be lessened only if you learn about it and act in advance. If you're at risk, ask your doctor about lymphedema. Take this as your chance to learn and live.
At Saida Trudeau, we have a commitment to integrity. We treat you like a neighbor, not a number. We want to earn your friendship, trust, and business for life.
We strive to offer the most competitive pricing, consistently checking nationwide to ensure the best prices.
Life gets busy. Don't add to your stress. Whether you need sales, service, or auto body repair, we're conveniently just minutes away. You can even make an appointment online.
Buying at Saida Trudeau keeps your tax money local for roads, schools, and emergency services. Not to mention, you'll pay a lower sales tax here in Nye County.
We have Nye County's largest inventory and access to thousands more. If we don't have the car, truck, or SUV you're looking for, we will find it for you.
We service all makes and models. Our mechanics are Chrysler and ASE certified, giving you confidence and peace of mind.
Saida Trudeau is the only locally veteran-owned and operated franchise dealership in Nye County. We are proud to call Pahrump home. Come visit us in person or give us a call at 775-455-3435.
Find us online at SaidaTrudeau.com and like us on Facebook.
Wounded Warrior Project empowers post-9/11 veterans and their families with life-changing programs and services.
I realized I could be successful in a civilian career.
We stand by warriors and advocate for their needs going forward.
They were by my side in the hospital, and they're still with me today.
Through our programs, community, and advocacy, we're proving
anything is possible.
Learn more at woundedwarriorproject.org/together.
Multiple studies have shown that marijuana can slow both driver reaction and response time, which can be really dangerous. He's here. He's here. Wait. What? I can't drive. Why? My. Oh.
If this is your wreck, you need a check. If this is your wreck, you definitely need a check. Hurt in a wreck? Need a check? We're Lerner and Rowe. Make one call, that's all.
Lerner and Rowe is the way to go. Call 877-1500.
You're watching News 25. Local coverage you can count on.
Going back to now to current virus continues across the aisle for even more support from Republicans. Harris is campaigning in Wisconsin today with the support of many Republicans, including Liz Cheney. Liz Cheney has pledged her support for Kamala Harris in this presidential race, among others. Meanwhile, former President Donald Trump is campaigning in Michigan today and is speaking out against the recent release of charges and allegations against him. He says it is election interference. And as we edge closer to Election Day on November 5th, 45th First Lady Melania Trump recently started speaking out. News 25 Las Vegas correspondent Maria Centers now joins us with the Eastern Europeans' latest words.
As the only First Lady to become a naturalized U.S. citizen, Melania Trump has released a series of mystic messages just days away from the release of her upcoming self-titled blockbuster memoir. The immigrant is fluent in over 5 languages, while just 3% of the world's population can speak over 4. Here's Trump's take on recent political action here in the USA.
Individual freedom is a fundamental principle that I safeguard. Without a doubt, there is no room for compromise when it comes to this essential right that all women possess from birth: individual freedom. What does my body, my choice really mean?
Prior to its publication date, Trump's self-titled memoir is already a bestseller.
As a former First Lady, I have experienced the profound impact of cancel culture on my personal and professional life. It's disheartening to see how deeply lives can be affected, especially when it impacts communities like foster care children.
Melania hits the shelves on October 8th.
The loud knocking on my door sent a jolt through my body. The Secret Service agent told me I need to move. Safety was paramount, not just for me, but for the president and all of the other residents in the White House.
The best-selling international author's book is packed with 256 pages.
The violent protest across the country had finally reached Pennsylvania Avenue.
France's First Lady, Brigitte Macron, has described her fellow First Lady, Melania Trump, as, quote, charming, intelligent, and very open. I'm Maria Centers for News 25 Las Vegas.
Early voting in Nevada starts this October 19th. And October is also National Cooperative Month. So Valley Electric Association is sharing the basics of what a co-op is and how VEA works for its members.
This segment of News 25 is brought to you by Valley Electric and its family of companies focused on serving our members. We're better together.
Our story starts back in 1844 in not-so-merry England, where a group of weavers, fed up with the high price of company store groceries, pooled their money to buy their own food, creating a new form of business, the cooperative. The idea caught on. Here in the U.S., President Roosevelt gave electric cooperatives a jumpstart with the founding of the Rural Electrification Administration, the REA, telling American farmers and ranchers, if you want electricity, you can do it yourselves. And they did. Rural men and women quickly began scraping together the $5 needed for membership and equity in the co-op. Up went the poles and wire and lines to bring rural folks what they so desperately needed: power. Soon, electric cooperatives popped up all across the country, transforming the way of life in rural America. Today, there are more than 900 electric co-ops in the U.S., bringing electricity to some 42 million Americans. So how do cooperatives work? First off, cooperatives are not for profit. Money comes in from members when they pay their electric bills. Money goes out to pay co-op expenses. A little bit is set aside for emergencies and the future. Any leftover is returned to members. Pretty sweet, huh? But it's not just about the money. Co-ops exist only to serve their members. They have a unique set of cooperative principles. All may join, regardless of race or gender or creed. That's the first principle of cooperatives: voluntary and open membership. Members vote for the directors to lead their co-op. They vote yay or nay on big issues. Majority rules. That's the principle of democratic member control. Everyone pays a little money to become a member. An owner. We call that principle participating economically. Cooperatives believe and invest in education, training, and information. That makes them smart. and sets them apart. Cooperatives stand on their own two legs. Decisions are made locally for local people. We call that principle autonomy and independence. But cooperatives also work together. They join forces to restore outages after storms, get financing, do research, and speak up in the halls of government. We call this hallowed principle cooperation among cooperatives. It's what makes us strong. And co-ops have a heart, a big heart. They help kids and industries and communities to grow. They give to hospitals and fire stations, ballparks and businesses. Cooperatives deeply demonstrate this principle. Concern for community. Community's a cool concept. Communities are just groups of people. And that is the cooperative's secret ingredient. It's the dedicated people who work day in and day out to provide reliable and affordable power. It's the elected people who shape the policies and tackle the big issues. For the most important group of people, the members. Members. The whole reason cooperatives exist. Now that's the cooperative difference. And that's the cooperative advantage. Brought to you by the passionate people of NRECA.
Well, if you're in need of tech help, stay tuned. We'll have that and much more when News 25 returns.
I hate car shopping. I don't like dealing with all the rude salespeople.
We get it. Greg here with the Pahrump Valley Auto Plaza. Have you noticed that prices have skyrocketed and the level of service has tanked? Whatever it is we're shopping for, so have we. If you're shopping for your next vehicle, try the Pahrump Valley Auto Plaza. Visit us on PahrumpCars.com to shop from a great selection of new Chevrolet and GMCs, plus hundreds of quality pre-owned vehicles.
Wow, the Auto Plaza makes it easy.
Wounded Warrior Project empowers post 9/11 veterans and their families with life-changing programs and services.
They came to see me in the hospital, and they've been a constant in my life ever since.
We help warriors get the expert care to adjust back to civilian life.
I got the mental health support I needed to face my PTSD, and now I'm a much better husband and father because of it.
Together with a community of supporters, we make sure no warrior has to face their challenges alone.
I found adaptive sports and made connections. Now I know I can do anything I put my mind to.
Our hands-on programs, community support, and ongoing advocacy help veterans realize what's possible.
I realized it shows strength to ask for help.
I realized new therapies could work for me.
I realized a new purpose, helping other warriors.
And now I know anything is possible.
Learn more at woundedwarriorproject.org/together.
Change can be scary, as if your life's been turned upside down. But it comes with growth and a sense of freedom, much like the openness of the American road. We always arrive where we are meant to be, riding on the shoulders of those before us and preserving the core values that led us on our journey. Join Touchstone Energy Cooperatives in celebrating the power of human connections.
You're watching News 25. Local coverage you can count on. News 25 is brought to you by Mountain West Lawyer, Injury Attorneys, 727-9500.
Welcome back. Well, do you ever have computer issues that drive you as crazy and around in circles like that little buffering icon on your computer? Well, never fear. Josh Osborne from Great Computer Deals is giving us an in-depth discussion about slow Wi-Fi.
Hey guys, Josh Osborne here with Pahrump Zone Great Computer Deals. It's time for another quick tutorial. Today's topic, Josh, why is my internet so slow? Well, there are three major reasons for that, and we're going to discuss all of them right now. Number one, your internet is slow because your internet service provider sucks. Yeah, I said it. I've lived in Pahrump for 20 years. Internet service out here has never been great. Fortunately, it's improving. But for a lot of us that are out there, we get our internet via a dish that's attached to our home, pointing to a radio tower down the road. Why? Because our neighborhood does not have fiber optics laid there just yet. So we're having to get it wirelessly. Problem is, everybody else in the neighborhood also has one of these dishes that's pointing to the same radio tower, and we're all tapping into one giant bowl of internet. Yummy! Problem is, at peak times when kids come home from school, parents come home from work, everybody's on their devices at the same time, and the speeds are just dipping, and there's not enough strong bandwidth to cover all those customers. It's a real problem. And they're pretty sneaky with these internet service providers on their wording. When they sign you up, they're going to say words like up to 25 megs or up to 50 megs, knowing that they're not going to probably get you the 25 or the 50 down. They're going to try their best to get it to you. And what I would recommend is to use a bandwidth tester online. You can get them very easily. Just open up your computer, go to Google, type in the words speed test, and the very first thing that comes up will be a speed test button that's blue that says run test. When you click on it, a little speedometer is going to come up. It's going to tell you what number you're getting. If you're on the 25 plan or the 50 plan, you should be getting numbers somewhat close to that. I know it's not going to be exact, but you want to be somewhere in the vicinity. If you're not, you need to contact your internet service provider and demand to get your money's worth. I think that's only fair. Another reason for slow internet that's not your service provider could be your router. A lot of these folks that come into our store, they tell us about their routers and they're 5, 6, 7, sometimes even 8 years old, and they've been on running 24 hours a day nonstop, and they're just not up to date. The technology is ancient, and that's actually throttling their internet. You've got to update those routers every couple years, and always go with a good model. Go with a name brand. Don't get these pieces of junk on eBay for $50 and then be surprised that it's not that good. Like Mama always said, you get what you pay for. The number 3 reason for slow internet, besides your internet service or your router, is just the amount of usage at your home. People nowadays, they got so many different devices that they can't even forget about. The kids in your home are playing video games. Your wife's on her tablet. You're on your smart TV watching football. All the different security cameras and doorbell cameras in your home, all are using internet. All these different devices, and you don't realize you're only allotted so much internet. And all those different devices are just choking that out, and you don't have any left. So what you might consider doing is contacting your internet service and upgrading your plan to give yourself a little bit more bandwidth and see if that helps. Fortunately, for us that live in Pahrump, things are improving. Companies are seeing Pahrump as a viable town to invest in, and you're seeing a lot of fiber optics being run down major streets. So it is getting better, folks. Be patient. We're going to get higher packages and better speeds, kind of like the Las Vegas crowd has here in Pahrump, and it is going to improve. But there's a couple different things we talked about. Hope that helps you diagnose where the actual issue is and improve upon it. If you guys have any more questions, feel free to stop by our store anytime. We're open 9 to 3, Monday through Friday. We love you guys. We're here to help you out. Feel free to stop in anytime. Anyway, we'll catch you guys on the next quick tutorial.
News 25 WeatherCam is brought to you by Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorney's Office in Pahrump. In a wreck, need a check? Call 702-877-1500.
Well, the third time's the charm. Let's take our third look of October through our beautiful weather cam. Not a cloud in the sky in that direction, and we have beautiful overnight temperatures. Those highs are still creeping up, though. A closer look in weather after the break.
Hi, I'm attorney Jonathan Nelson of J.K. Nelson Law. If you're hearing this, it means you're probably not dead, which is great. Call our office today to schedule an appointment for your will or your trust so that your family can be taken care of when you pass away. On the other hand, if you've recently lost a loved one, now it's time to talk and go over how to administer their estate. In either case, give us a call today, 775-727-9900. Let us show you why we've been recognized by Best of Las Vegas and voted Best Attorney in Pahrump for the last 4 years. Call today, 775-727-9900.
America is great and Pahrump is awesome. We have room for our furry friends, and when it's time to care for them, we have the best feed store, Shadow Mountain Feed. Who did Siegfried and Roy call on when their dolphin quit eating? Shadow Mountain Feed. They developed a nutrition solution right in their store. From elephants to dogs and everything in between, they have what you need to feed, grow, and show your animals. They have everything except bread. Don't go there for bread. Shadow Mountain Feed, your one-stop care center for your best friends. At 2371 West Bell Vista, call 775-727-5527.
Good evening, Nevada. I'm Kaylee Bentler in the News 25 Weather Studios. We're starting off with some regional weather. Up in Fernley, we're at 91, Fallon at 92, Carson City 88, Tonopah 86, Goldfield 88, heating up around Beatty again at 100, Amargosa 105, Las Vegas 102, and Death Valley at 114. But in the paradise of Pahrump, we're currently at 100 degrees and we got clear skies and sunshine. Highs of 102 a little earlier, winds in the southwest 6 miles per hour. Humidity at 6% and the sun rose at 6:41, but we'll set this evening at 6:23. Expect humidity at 14%, winds east 6 miles per hour, and a low of 67 and clear skies. As for the rest of the week, we're seeing sun shining through the weekend. Tomorrow, sunshine at 101 and then 100 both days, Saturday and Sunday, but clouds rolling in on Monday with mostly sunny skies at 98 degrees, but then we got more clouds rolling in Tuesday, Wednesday at 96, both those days as well, ended on 95 with sunshine on Thursday. And that's your look at the weather. Back to the desk, here's UNET.
Thanks so much, Kaylee. And as we close tonight, we'd also like to say goodbye to another Hollywood legend and give our condolences to John Amos. The famous actor is well known for many different roles, especially for playing James on the 70s and 80s sitcom Good Times and for playing Mr. McDowell in the iconic movie Coming to America. Rest in peace, John Amos. Well, that does it for this edition of News 25. I'm UNET Gentry, and from all of us here at KPVM and Ace Country Radio, thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you on the air next newscast. Good night.
Our guinea pigs for a 1984 new look are Veronica, Gwen, and Howard.
Don't be a guinea pig when you go to the hair salon. Go to